date. We appreciate it, Catherine Harris. Joining us now, Carl Higbie, former Navy SEAL. He's currently spokesman for the Great America PAC, a Trump supporter. And it's good to have you with us, Carl.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
This is a tough evening for the French, for all of us, to watch again another attack against a soft target, not even barricades up to prevent vehicles from crossing into the promenade and hitting those people in Nice, a tourist, one of the largest tourist attractions in all of Europe.
How many times do we have to learn this lesson, Lou? How many times is this going to continue to happen before we take a strong approach? I mean, look at this. Guns are banned in France. He used a truck. You can't stop this. What do you do when these things happen? You establish borders, a perimeter. You increase the number of assault rifles or weapons in the area to protect the populace, and you scrutinize radical Islamic channels in the area. What does Hillary Clinton want to do with us? She wants to take away our guns. She wants to break down our borders and let Islam run free and care in America.
Well, she has some precedent for that view. And the fact is that we still have borders that are, as you well know, wide open. We still only inspect about 5% of the cargo that come into our ports. Right. We are a nation that now is in the grip of such a conflict between political correctness and frankly, a healthy regard for our own survival. Yeah. As you're saying, Donald Trump is trying to bridge that conflict and resolve it.
Yeah, he is. He's a strong leader.
Rationally.
Yeah, and he is trying to do it rationally. I think he's done a very good job, especially recently. And the problem is these continue to happen. A couple people change their Facebook profile to the French flag, and then we go back a couple weeks later to how things were because most people didn't experience it firsthand. They just don't care after a couple weeks, and that's the problem. We as Americans and we as a world need to take this threat very seriously, and at times it's going to fall on the citizens to protect themselves.
We have video coming in, Carl, if I can ask you to stay with us. This video is of the truck actually hitting those people. It is, be prepared. It is tough to watch. It's not gruesome. It's at some distance, but there you see the truck entering the promenade and working its way through that crowd. It is incredible.
This is a tactic that has been briefed in some of the security briefings. Look, since I was in the military, we knew this was something they did. Sometimes there were vehicle-borne explosives inside these vehicles. But look, a truck. Imagine if they had packed this full of explosives. There were grenades in there. Could you imagine the devastation beyond what they just had?
France has some of the toughest gun laws in the world. In this semi, we're told that there were, as you say, weapons. But also explosives, grenades. Yeah. Those who mean us harm are going to find ways to kill us.
Absolutely.
And until we respond, and to do so, the great conflict here, of course, is how to do so. Yeah. And we've heard a lot of talk about doctrine called the Long War, made popular by General Petraeus. We have carried on now with thousands of lives lost. Trillions of dollars spent, and we are, frankly, no further than we were at the outset of this conflict between radical Islamists and Western civilization.
Well, and not to put those lives that we've lost in Iraq and Afghanistan lightly, because they're not lives.
Absolutely not.
But here's the fact is, if we just quit after D-Day, we lost as many troops in D-Day, one day, as we did in the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. We need to be able to commit to the fact that this could be a 100-year war. We are fighting an ideology, not a uniformed army.
And there's nothing theoretical or philosophical, here. There's no room for it. The fact is, sometimes there's no substitute for victory, and when we put our troops in harm's way, that means win.
Kill or be killed.
Carl Higbie, great to have you with us.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks so much. Up next, we're following the breaking news out.